Oh, I'm definitely gonna talk about this again. So I'll tell you it early. I almost want to make a full video on this. I think it's so interesting, but I'll give you the long and short of it. You know how there's inflation, right? You'll have Oreos, and then a few years later, Oreos cost more. And then sneakily, there was shrinkflation, where you'll have Oreos, and then a few years later, Oreos cost the same, but you get fewer Oreos per canister. Shrinkflation. But now there's a thing called flavorflation, where to avoid both of those things, they are taking Oreos, for example, and then a few years later, the Oreos just taste fucking worse because they removed all the good ingredients and they made shittier ingredients, cheaper ingredients, new formulas that are cheaper to produce. And then you get a worse product, like 3 different ways. That was skimpflation. No, skimpflation and shrinkflation are both the same thing, which is about giving you less amount of the good. But this is about changing the makeup. Like, it's not the same thing. It's not the same Oreo you're buying. So you might get the same amount at the same price, but it's a different quality that saves the company money. That's like the trick. That's what's been going on. I think I want to make a kind of a full video on this and find some real examples because I think it's interesting enough that people want to talk about it. No one will buy them then. Perhaps long term if they have viable alternatives and truly notice the difference. But I think you're underestimating the amount of people that buy off inertia. It's very real. People tend to buy what they've bought in the past unless something causes them to switch. And Oreos is probably a bad example. I don't even know if Oreos are doing this. I just used an example of a snack. Chips Ahoy were so fucking good when I was a kid and they're borderline inedible now. I'm not a Chips Ahoy eater, but I can never tell if it's you being serious and the quality has changed or you wishing you were a kid again. Because eating cookies when you're a kid is just gonna taste better. You know, it could be nostalgia. I can't necessarily know that you were testing in comparison. There's zero health regret as a kid. True. You can never unlearn the fact that unhealthy shit is bad for you. But as a kid, like I could just house a fucking gigantic bag of Sour Patch Extremes and it just would not have any. I just have no worries. It wouldn't bother me in any way. And now I have to think about that. People be like, pureed carrots don't hit the same as when I was a baby. I think they fucking flavorflationed mushy peas, dude. They made them worse. Cause I remember eating that shit up, loving it. And now I eat it and it's like, this is not good at all. What the fuck happened? What are these companies doing? Breast milk has not been the same. They ruined breast milk, dude. That shit used to hit. Dirt don't. Actually, that's my brother. My brother used to eat dirt. I don't know how many times I mentioned that. My brother ate dirt out of a pail. My brother, who has a skate fast, eat ass, Bush did 9/11 tattoo, ate dirt out of a pail. Correlation? Possibly. And now I bet it doesn't hit like it used to. Strong immune system. You know what still holds up? Goldfish crackers. First of all, true. I love goldfish crackers. But second of all, perhaps you ate dirt as well because my brother's favorite snack nowadays instead of dirt is goldfish crackers. He fucking loves goldfish crackers. The big goldfish cracker flavor cartons are shrinking too now. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. I flip-flop violently between Cheez-Its and Goldfish. I have always said Goldfish is supreme to Cheez-Its. And I will say that loudly and I'll say that proudly. Cheez-Its have never hit for me like a fucking Goldfish cracker. And I think I can say that confidently. But here's what I'll say. All right, if I go to a vending machine and I'm putting in what is now probably fucking $12 to get one item, I would never pick Goldfish out of a vending machine. I would always pick Cheez-Its. A little bag of cheese from a vending machine, that's gonna hit. You're gonna get that cheese flavor. I think Goldfish are only good to me when they come in the carton. Something about them tastes way fucking different when they're not in the carton. And that might be entirely mental. Also, I think someone else is putting his point. You know, in the 90s, they did a taste test between Coke and Pepsi, a blind taste test, the Pepsi Taste Challenge. And Pepsi won unanimously without cheating. They didn't even cheat. Just average Americans picked Pepsi over Coke blind. But it was because they were having these tiny little sippy cups. And in a tiny little sip, the sweeter Pepsi tasted good. But over a full can, the Coke tasted better because it was a little more balanced flavor. But because they only used the sippy cups, Pepsi won the flavor challenge. And I think that applies to Cheez-Its and Goldfish. If I'm gonna sit there and fucking house just fucking handful after handful, I want Goldfish for sure. But if I'm gonna have a few, Cheez-It is better. That is where I will land. I will make my case. I will stand. I will fucking rest my case, Your Honor. The crowd erupts into applause. The defense puts their head in their hands. No, they cooked us. And the judge, order, order, order. I will have order. Given the evidence I've seen today, Mr. H. Rock, I declare your case true. Usually he would talk to the defendant and say guilty, but he says your case is true. And then he stands up and, you know, this all happened in a dream I had last night. Gatorade powder clears both. Yawn. So your snack of choice, rather than any tasty snack cracker, is to eat Gatorade powder without any liquid, just the raw powder. That's just a weird combination of, you snort it. Kool-Aid from the bag. That's just diabetes. That is just like trying to find the most, that's speed running diabetes. It's called dry scooping. It's called diabetes, bro. Do not dry scoop fucking sugar powder. Literal sugar hits hard. Like you uncovered something. Bro, I found this sick new snack. It's just called fucking eating raw sugar. No, it's not. That's bad. It's bad for you, obviously. And it's not called having a hobby. No, it is not called having a hobby. That's like what a horse would say. Have you heard of these just raw sugar cubes? They're fucking awesome. They go dumb hard. You drink coffee, we drink sugar. Get off our case, Grandpa. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee. Straight up, I don't like coffee. Though, I am partial to some tea. And yet you're called the coffee cow. Is that a shock to you? Do you think it's possible in all of God's infinite wisdom that he would create a Twitch chat that likes to troll their streamer a bit by saying something that they know is not true, but they all funny collectively agree on, and then I get mad about it? You think that's possible? That could happen? Tea is just bad coffee. I will disagree with you. The true reason I don't drink coffee is because I think I would like it too much. I actually wish I hadn't said that. I wish I hadn't said that because it's not, I don't want that to even be out there. But I legitimately think, like, I don't want to get addicted to it. I don't want to try coffee. So immediately regretted it. I legitimately so immediately. It was like my neurons, there was like, there's the president neuron and he's just fucking doing whatever the fuck he wants. And the scientist busted in and he's like, we have to stop this. It's a catastrophe. We have to stop. English, please. English. What do you mean? He's going to say something about coffee. It's going to ruin everything. Yes, I think possibly I would like coffee. I think it would be a fun addition to my daily routine. Give me a little perk. I'm always talking about energy, but I feel like if I use it, I'll get addicted to it. And I don't want to be a person that has to I have to have my coffee. I don't need that. If you could only eat one snack for life, what would you pick? I think any snack you can only eat for life, you would hate. It would drain you. Water? You can already have water. You just wasted your... Now you get no snacks. The prompt already allowed you to have water. So you just wasted your snack. You have 0 snacks now. That's stupid. Burritos. Again, you guys are picking things that are not snacks and therefore just wasting your guess. It doesn't say you can't have food. It doesn't say you can't have liquids. It just says you have to pick one snack. So if you try to cheese it by picking something else, you're actually just owning yourself. I would invest in Apple early. You don't even understand the prompt at all. You just want to daydream about having millions of dollars. It was a choice about snacks, and you've decided to turn it into a fantasy where you're really rich. That's good. I like that.